Our final keynote speaker for our luncheon is Mr. Shigeru Hayakawa. He is Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors at the Toyota Motor Corporation. He is also the Vice Chair of the Japan Business Federation, or Keidanren, as well as the Chair of the Committee on U.S. Affairs at Keidanren. We're very pleased that a delegation from Keidanren and its Americas Committee is in attendance here at the summit with us. Please join me now in welcoming Mr. Hayakawa.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We as Japanese corporations are very grateful for the hospitality that we enjoy here in Texas. And I'm grateful for this opportunity to meet and talk with our Lone Star host. And therefore, please allow me to express my appreciation to everyone who has worked so hard and so well to build closer ties between Texas and Japan and between the United States and Japan. I am especially grateful to Ms. Eileen Hirano Inoue, Ms. Dana Fujimoto Ko, and all the members and staff at the U.S.-Japan Council for sponsoring this Japan-Texas Economic Summit. I have had the privilege of visiting Texas many times, and it is always a pleasure. I have heard the saying that everything is bigger in Texas. And it's the largest state in the continental US, and if you placed it on top of Europe, it would cover much of several countries. And rings are bigger in Texas, and the cowboys are bigger, and even cowboy boots are bigger. And given that Toyota's headquarters is a few hundred miles away, even Toyota is bigger here. And I'm here as part of a Keidanren mission to the United States. Last week, we were in Omaha, and we arrived last Sunday in Houston. And our next stop is Washington, D.C. And Keidanren has sent delegations to the United States 7 times over the past 3 years. In that time, our members have visited 23 cities in 14 states. And our goal is to increase awareness of all the many contributions Japanese companies make here, both economically and socially, as a good corporate citizens. Now, we truly believe this is foster better understanding and stronger relationships between Japan and America in the long term. Japanese companies have a long history of investing in the United States and generating employment here. From 2002 to 2016, our investment totaled $421 billion. And today, about 3,800 Japanese companies have direct investments in the United States. These companies have created direct employment for 860,000 Americans. And if we consider indirect employment, they help employ 1.6 million Americans. Of course, a lot of the U.S. investment and employment is here in Texas. In Texas, we enjoy excellent access to our countrywide and regional operations. We also enjoy a reasonable tax framework. We know we can count on excellent human resources now and in the future, because Texas invests in the future workforce by maintaining a very high standard of education. In this slide, you can see listed the Japanese companies in Houston. But if we consider all of Texas, there are more than 400 Japanese companies in this state. Those companies are helping Texas grow. They have invested some $19 billion in Texas. They have generated jobs for some 50,000 Texans. And Japanese activity is increasing in step with advances being made in energy development. Japanese technology, know-how, and investment has played an important role in developing oil shale, in building projects for exporting liquefied natural gas, and in constructing petrochemical plants. In some cases, Japanese activity has included moving their North American headquarters to Texas or establishing new businesses here. As Ambassador Sugiyama mentioned in his speech this morning, 2 years ago, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries moved its regional headquarters from New York to Houston, and its subsidiary, Mitsubishi Aircraft, has located its U.S. headquarters in Plano. And last year, Daikin Industries consolidated 4 U.S. plants at a site in Texas. Daikin's new Texas site also manages logistics, product development, and marketing for the U.S., employing more than 6,000 Texans. And last year, Kubota Tractor moved its U.S. headquarters to Grapevine from California. Perhaps they were following our lead as we announced our headquarters moved to Plano 4 years ago and opened officially last spring. Our new facility now employs about 4,000, going to increase to up to 5,000 Texans. And this is a photo of the opening ceremony for the new headquarters. As you can see, Governor Greg Abbott honored us with his presence at the ceremony. Of course, we at Toyota felt at home right from the start here in Texas. We have been producing Tundra full-size and Tacoma mid-sized pickup trucks in San Antonio for 12 years, and our plant is operating at full capacity. Toyota and all the Japanese companies in Texas are very grateful for the support from our customers, our employees, our partners, and our neighbors in the community here. And together with these stakeholders, we look forward to the future based on our important partnership with the Lone Star State. And beyond economics, you can see many activities that aim to strengthen the basic competitiveness of Texas industry and U.S. industry. That activity centers on developing the workforce and transferring know-how. A good example is the Advanced Manufacturing Technician Program, in which companies like Toyota work with local community colleges in Texas and in 8 other states. We launched that program 8 years ago. It allows students to receive on-the-job training at manufacturing plants and become highly skilled employees. To date, 332 students have participated in the program, and 800 more students are presently in the program. Regarding enhancing industrial competitiveness, allow me to share with you one example of a U.S. company's development in this video.
Herman Miller started over 100 years ago and has been one of the big innovators of both office furniture and home furnishings.
This is the beating heart. If these lines left, it affect this plant, the plant next door, plus other companies.
To lose Herman Miller, it would have devastated the whole town. My father-in-law worked here. My husband also works here, so I don't know where I would be.
We didn't have the ability to meet the challenge in front of us, so we approached Toyota to help us.
We share our manufacturing know-how, the Toyota production system. When we see companies that we can help out and it strengthens the economy, we think that's a very unique way that we can make our contribution.
Toyota was encouraging us to try things that you could do quickly without spending any money to just improve the work a little bit. Those little things really add up and make a big difference.
Organization was a big thing, getting everything into place where we needed it.
We started off with multiple lines, multiple shifts, doing what we could to get the product out the door.
Whenever you needed something, you were digging through tubs, totes. Now it's more of a one-piece flow.
It's almost hard to believe the changes that we've gone through.
Safety got better, quality got better, productivity got better.
When they started an order before it got shipped, it took about 60 hours. We've reduced that from 60 down to less than 4. And more than that, they have taken it on their own to spread and develop TPS in a way that has helped their employees, helped their customers, helped the community.
We called it the Herman Miller Performance System. We took our people with the most energy and ideas around improvement and trained them to be able to be good problem solvers, to be good coaches.
When we started this journey with Toyota, we made this commitment to our organization that no one would lose their job.
This commitment to not only improvement and being more efficient, but being reliable and have high quality, it also frees up a lot of space. So what was 5 chair lines is now 19. The opportunity to have more employees goes way up, not down.
If it weren't for this work that we started with Toyota, we're not even sure there would be the same sign on the front of our buildings.
As you have seen, the Toyota Production System Support Center that was set up 25 years ago shares insights and know-how based on the Toyota production system with the U.S. companies. They do the same with local governments and with non-profit organizations. Today, I have shown a few examples of Japanese companies who, like their American counterparts, want to strengthen American competitiveness. I want to point out that the partnerships between Japan and the United States and between Japan and Texas are not just about companies doing business. Texas and Japan have a long history of cultural and human exchange through Sister City and other programs between local governments. They include the cities of Houston and Chiba, Fort Worth and Nagaoka, San Antonio and Kumamoto, Austin and Oita, and Dallas and Sendai. And on the state prefectural level, they also include Texas and Aichi, Governor Omura's here. These partnerships are especially valuable in promoting exchange among young people. So we have a great situation in which exchange programs create bridges between our two countries, and then these bridges inspire young people to dedicate their lives to building more bridges for many years. On the subject of wonderful bridge builders, San Antonio was home to a remarkable Japanese woman named Naoko Shirane. She served as San Antonio's trade and investment representative through the Japan-Texas office in Tokyo. Shirane-san passed away 5 years ago at the age of 86. But at Toyota, we'll always be grateful for the assistance that she provided together with former Mayor Henry Cisneros and many other Texans when we established our plant in San Antonio. The photos and article that you see here are about a ceremony 2 years ago for the unveiling of a statue of Shirane-san. The Naoko Mitsui Shirane Foundation, under the leadership of former Mayor Cisneros, was responsible for the statue and the ceremony. I myself had the good fortune to join more than 100 people at the ceremony, including representatives of Kumamoto, San Antonio's sister city. San Antonio has become a true home to Toyota over the past 12 years, and the people there have become like family to our company. That is a tribute to the bridge building by people like Shirane-san. The foundation that Henry Cisneros helped establish in her name has carried on that tradition of bridge building. It promotes human exchange by sending high school students from San Antonio to Japan each year. This year's visit will take place next month. Let's look forward to efforts like this that encourage better understanding in the bridge building spirit of Naoko Mitsui Shirane. I have really appreciated this opportunity to share with you some examples of Japanese corporate activities and Japan-US and Japan-Texas partnerships. Japanese companies will continue to contribute to the vitality of Texas and the United States by investing, creating employment, and contributing to the communities in which we work. And I strongly believe we will build Texas-sized bridges between Texas and Japan, and between the United States and Japan for many, many years to come. Thank you very much.